What is up, guys, and welcome back to Adventure Archaeology. If you're new to the channel, my name is Brandon, and today we're going to be going to an old town dump from over 110 years ago in search of valuable antique bottles. Some bottles here in the state of Alabama can be worth thousands of dollars, and today we got a full crew. We've got Michael, we've got Clayton, we've got Austin, and we've got Randy. So we're going to put a giant hole in the ground, and hopefully we're going to find something pretty cool. All right, guys. We are back at it today. We just pulled a coin out. Let's see if I can get it where y'all can see it. I'm kind of out of breath. That's a buffalo nickel.
Heck yeah. Be a three-leg.
I was gonna say, is it a three-leg? I can say this honestly, that's the first buffalo nickel I've seen pulled out of here. Got the beautiful Indian head on this side over here. You can see his nose facing over there to the right. A lot of times nickels do not have dates on them, depending upon the wear. But we're gonna let Michael work on that and see if he can maybe get a date off of it. Meanwhile, over here, I'll show you the best find so far.
Stop it for you.
Here you go, throw it up.
That's not bad.
Oh, you're good. I couldn't catch it. I was scared I was gonna break the medicine in my hand. Little stopper just came out. And this right here is the find of the day so far. It says East End Drug Company, Birmingham, Alabama. And that's a pretty rare little med. I do not have that one. I like this one because it has those, I forget, it's like a 7 or 8 or 9 panel on the back. It's not just your regular rounded back. And Michael pulled this out right here, which is pretty cool. It says a Texas Wonder. And it says E.W. Hall, St. Louis, Missouri. So I don't know what that was. I'm assuming it's a type of medicine. Still pretty cool find. We are pretty deep already. Probably only about 2 foot from the bottom. The only soda piece that we found so far was an Alicola. So we know that we're in the level to find some sodas, and hopefully we'll find something pretty cool here in the next few minutes. There you go. This is a nice little Sloan's Liniment. These are pretty common. However, this one's got a nice aqua color to it.
We got a channel right here.
I don't know, man. You call it.
It's gonna be hard to get out of if it comes down.
Honestly, it doesn't have but about a foot to the bottom, I don't think.
I still got the upper body strength to pull both of y'all out. I don't want to have to be pulled out.
Yeah, I don't want to get pulled out either. But you really only got about another foot. It's probably not as bad as you think it is once you get down in there.
Yeah, no, I'm literally just more worried about getting, just because it's so dry. I think it's going to cave a lot easier than it normally does.
Yeah, the moisture's not in the ground, but the big problem is there's not enough big trees right here.
Yeah.
So the root systems are not above us. So that's all stuff that we pay attention to. Every week we get griped at saying OSHA's going to be called on us and all that kind of stuff. But this is not a work site. This is a hobby. We do plan for collapses. We do that on purpose. The collapses help us find stuff. A lot of times that's when we find our poisons in our jugs, is during a collapse. And we actually have got pretty good at doing that. A lot of people say, oh, there's no way to be able to tell, but we know how to read the ground pretty good. Comes with time, comes with experience, and this is definitely not a hole that I would put somebody in that had less than a decade experience for sure. We've hit a pocket down here that's loaded with broken sodas. We're hoping for 1 or 2 whole ones.
It's an Alco.
We don't want those. We've dug 100 of them things. We dig. Oh, what was it though? It's Jefferson County.
Yeah.
Let me show y'all what came out of that little pocket right where he's at though. That would have been a circle slug, a Jefferson County Inslee, which is incredibly common. We did get 2 Colicos that you see right here, which would have been the clear variants from Birmingham, which is the more common one. We did get a Coca-Lula. Let's see, right here, that would have been a Nova Cola. That one's interesting. They call that a baseball slug plate. You can't tell by what's here, but this would have been rounded, and then it's shaped like baseball laces around it. Right here would have been a nice Alicola. So there's a ton of sodas coming out. Oh, and I forgot about this right here, CCC. But everything's broken. So we gotta get to a point where hopefully some of it's preserved.
It's real skinny.
Got a soda down there.
It's a hutch top.
Oh, there was a hutch top. It was a clear hutch top too. Watch it be one of those Jefferson counties that I need.
That might be a really good hutch, actually.
No, it is a hutch.
Oh, it's Alabama Bottling Company.
Oh, you got me excited.
I saw the not to be sold and I didn't see anything above it.
Bro, you got me excited for a second.
I'll take a hutch.
Yeah, we'll take a hutch.
A hutch is a hutch.
That works. There is a nice little amber med. Get it where y'all can see it. It says peroxide of hydrogen. Soda? Did it fall out?
On me.
What is it?
A Jefferson.
Jefferson Inslee Circle Slug. Hey, I told you it was gonna be on the left, didn't I?
There you go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
There we go. Nice circle slug, Jefferson.
Where'd that come from?
All right, he's got a hutch of soda and a mid. I think that's one of our turns, right?
Yeah,
Y'all hot down in here. All I'm trying to do is take us.
Another Riola. Throw it on up. That's the square panel, very strongly embossed. Y'all seen one of these in the last 2 videos. But what you didn't see was 110-year-old eggshells. These are still cool bottles. When these are broken, my people that buy the whiskey glasses absolutely love them because they were really cool for whiskey, saying rye on it. Really cool. But this one doesn't seem to really have much damage, so it's going to be a whole example. See any more down there?
Nope.
Slowly but surely we're getting there. We're probably about to have a big, massive collapse. It is planned. It is something that we were wanting to happen. And hopefully a couple poisons or something to roll out when we do that. I found one of these in a creek with EA one time, but mine had a big old flash crack. Because I remember thinking that possibly Peerless Creamery was related to Peerless Saloon somehow. I don't know if it is or not. I still want to come down. Here's that controlled collapse we were talking about. We make it fall when we want it to fall.
Instead of letting it fall on us.
That's exactly right. Day 2, we called in reinforcements. Instead of just me, Michael, and Clayton, we got Austin and Randy with us today. And Austin just pulled this out right here. Let's see if the light can get it better. There you go. Murray Hill Club trademark Magnus. That is a whiskey top. A lot of people find those flasks that have those designs right there embossed on the front of it. They go all the way to the screw top age, and they may be in business today. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But they did run all the way into at least the 1960s. That's pretty cool, guys. Never seen one of these found out here. Austin's in a pocket of these amber flasks right here. Sadly, they don't have anything embossed on them, but look at the twist around that neck right there. Very old glass. This was the first one. Looks like it's 2 different styles. Oh, third one. And that one's different too. All 3 are different. That one's got that same really rough mold line up here around the neck. That's really cool. But yeah, 3 in a row. Makes you wonder how many of those could have possibly been Jack Daniels or one of the older whiskeys. You know what? That top may go on one of these. I bet. You found that top really close to these. You know it?
Yeah.
I'm going to see if it'll fit on one of these. He thinks he's got a soda. Let's see what he's got. It is a soda, isn't it? Is it? No way.
What is it?
Slick. Wow.
Let me see what you're digging.
It came off of the very bottom, too. That's one of those ones that'll drive you absolutely nuts. Well, I got the camera on, though. Back on these flasks. This stopper that he pulled out was right below these amber flasks. So this would have had a wooden cork inside of it, and then it would have plugged right into the top of one of these flasks. Pretty cool to see what it came off of. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Ooh.
Jefferson County?
It is, yep.
Inslee.
Jefferson County, Inslee, Alabama Bottling Works Circle Slug. It is crown top. It is a nice whole example of a common bottle, sadly.
And it's nice and full of water.
Yeah, it's going to be full of water. All right. It is pouring down rain now. We're working with it.
Oh, it's not that bad. Yeah, and then go left and right. There you go.
Oh, is that a hutch under it?
Yeah, probably. I left it just for you.
Is that a hutch? The comedy lives on.
If it was, if it's hole up that high, that's promising. But usually when they're up about that high, then
Next gone.
the neck's gone. I don't know why. It's just how it works.
Stick
But-
up into that rust.
Randy's never dug one of these, and we've dug like 20. So
All within the past 2 weeks, too.
yeah, it's his turn.
She's moving.
There you go. It's
Oh,
whole.
look at that.
You finally got one.
Sand alcohol.
It was a
Nice.
fruit drink.
Yes,
How heavy that semen is.
I know.
It was a
No,
fruit.
I looked up and I thought they were still in business.
I don't.
German company.
There is a German company named that.
So not,
What is it?
not
Is
the
it
same
their-
one?
is
I don't know if it's
original?
the same one or not,
I
but it
don't
was a fruit drink company from right around.
1902, 03, I think.
Yeah, it was
Couldn't
pretty
imagine
early.
importing
Oh,
back
a
then.
turkeys.
It's old enough to be where Coke hutches are.
Yes. Which explains the hole.
Exactly. All right, as the hole's clearing out, Randy pulled this one out right here. That is a Witzel Brothers, Memphis, Tennessee, Just nice little medicine. I threw this out in a shovelful. It's got a nice bit of warp to it. It says Germany on it. More than likely, this right here is going to be newer, even though it looks like it has a cork top, and it was more than likely a perfume. And this is a cool bottle right here. A lot of people see them as common, but it's pictorial. You see it says Scott's Emulsion. You can see the guy, the fisherman with a huge fish on his back. And that was a cod liver oil. So we're on the bottles. Let's see what we can come up with. A couple of syringes have came out. This one right here has a name on it. It says Becton Dickinson & Co. I've never done research on these before, and I honestly don't know if they're coming out of the top or the bottom. More than likely the top. All right, it was my turn to get down here in the hole and do a little bit of digging. This fell out of the top right here. Check this thing out. It's got an eagle embossed on it. That's pretty cool right there. Never seen one of those.
Could be a little whiskey sample flask or something.
It could be, but I really like it. That's one of the better looking, newer bottles, without a doubt. All right, let me sling some dirt, quit procrastinating, and see if we can find something really good and old. Randy almost had his first hutch. It was half of one. And now it looks like he's got an insulator on the very, very bottom. Does it look like it's damaged any?
Not yet.
Not yet. He's working on it hard. It's been a little bit sparse, but you can never tell how the trash would have rolled once upon a time.
Yeah, there's an insulator.
He threw that thing up here like he's sick of seeing them. That's actually in good shape, Randy.
Down here it is.
Let's see, let me wipe it off. Hey, that's an HCCO. Patent date, May 2nd, 1893. I love seeing those patent dates, and those are some sharp serrations around the bottom of that insulator. I'm assuming, but I don't know, that says petticoat, that H stands for Hemingway, because that is the most common insulator there is. Oh, there was a piece to a wine. So we're doing good. We're still on stuff. We're working really hard, though, to find some good soda history today. Randy is in the hole of broken dreams, apparently. His hutch piece, and now this right here, this is a Viva Bottling Company. There were a couple of variants. I can't remember. It seems like there was a tall and a short, but I can't remember what else. I'll have to see if Clayton remembers whenever he gets back. Oh, there's a P. Is that another poinsettia? Yep, another poinsettia piece. But that right there is a heartbreaker, guys. I would have loved to have seen that come out on camera just because you've never seen it on the channel before. However, you get a general idea of what it would have looked like. We've got what looks to be a type of crockery or porcelain jar. Austin uncovered it right underneath that pocket of bottles where Randy was finding all the broken sodas. It's hard to say. This probably will not have stenciling on it, but if it does, it may be something like a marmalade jar or something like that. You've seen us find those in the past. This would have had like a mason jar style lid that would have went on top of it, along with like a wire hook that would have flipped over top of it to hold it in place. You may be able to hook your finger in that lip and pull, and it may go ahead and come on out now. Nope.
No, she's in there.
Still pretty solid. That rust encapsulates this stuff and it really holds on to it. For those of you that may be fossil hunters, they refer to the ancient seafloor bed that kind of turns into like concrete as like a matrix. This is like a bottle matrix. This stuff, man, it just encapsulates stuff. So, and that's why we have to use these steel shovels. The lightweight shovels like this one right here that are wooden handled, they just will not chisel through that iron. There it went. It's whole. Watch it be full of gold coins.
No, more
Nope.
porcelain.
That's good, man. That's a cool find, though.
Awesome.
I mean, that's not something you find every day. Got a really cool bottom on it. Doesn't have any damage.
Nope. It's got age cracks.
That's cool. That's going to display awesome.
Sweet.
Heck yeah. I'm not sure that I've ever dug one of those that, there you go.
That's
You can
where
see,
the wire-
yeah, that's where your wire hanger would have been on both sides that would have held the lid in place.
Awesome.
Pretty cool, man.
Sweet.
So Randy just pulled out a Burnett extract right before this one. This is actually one of the better ones that I like to find because it has the price of how much you would have paid for it on the front. This is an Eagle extract, and as you can see right there, it says 10 cents. I like seeing the price of the bottle because that tells you how old it is. Nowadays, you couldn't build that bottle for less than $1 or $2 just for the glass. So that tells you it's nice and old, and that's a cool little bottle. All right, so I've got a bottle showing, and I just pried this dirt out from around it. You can see that it's embossed, and you can see that it is a circle slug. Let's see if I can pull it out. This hole, guys.
There you go.
What the heck? That's a circle slug Deacon Brown from Montgomery. We just talked that one into existence, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We were talking about Montgomery Hunter.
This is not the typical Deacon Brown that we find, and this is not the one that I'm aware of. I am not an expert on Montgomery bottles, so I can't tell you if it's rare or not. And Clayton is out grabbing us some chicken, or trying to. Apparently KFC doesn't have chicken. Go figure. However, that's a cool bottle, guys, and it's not one you've ever seen found on the channel, and I love showing y'all something new. I am going to keep this one down here low in the dirt to try to keep it from cracking, because I don't know the type of glass that it's made from. I don't see root on it, but I don't want it to do what I call pinging or cracking, because the temperature variation will cause that. So it's going to stay right down here in the hole for a few minutes before we transport it up to the top where the sunlight might hit it. So we did an impromptu live stream on Facebook a while ago where Clayton pulled this out live on camera. For those of you that are not on Facebook, though, that are on YouTube, this right here is a pretty awesome embossed flask. We've dug a ton today that were not embossed. This is the Trager company. If I remember correctly, this is a common one, but I don't know right off the top of my head. If you know, let us know in the comments below, as we're in Alabama, and don't dig a ton of Ohio bottles.
Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
Easy,
the only
easy.
ketchup I'd want to dig is that.
That whole thing's gonna fall on me.
Yeah, don't let it land on.
Come on there, Clayton.
That's a nice ball jar.
Number 3.
But I like that paper label
That's
ketchup.
cool. I've never seen, you
It's
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
That it survived the Fraser company.
Elwood, Indiana.
As much as I... Where's your poker?
As much as we hate ketchups, that's a cool one.
That is pretty cool. Check this out right here. It just rolled out. We got into a bottler section of this dump. That is a
Reef Special.
Reef Special. And Clayton said, you think this is from Tennessee?
Yes. It's either Chattanooga or Memphis.
That's a big old amber bottle, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Heck yeah.
Very long.
I got this nice Central Milk right here from Birmingham, Alabama to add to my collection. And Clayton just pulled out this nice, what we call the Triple X variant from Birmingham as well. We're up into some more modern stuff.
Into some dust.
And dusty. That's because we're collapsing a hole now. Here is one we don't dig typically. Fritch's vegetable liniment. It says for pains and sprains. And on this side over here, it says for coughs and cold. Then, right behind that, was this guy right here. There went a collapse.
There's some bottles.
Yeah, that is the Hoff's liniment. Goodrich Drug Company. And then it says
A couple of good meds.
Anoka, Minnesota. This is a cool little figurine that Clayton pulled out. It's in pretty good shape. It looks like maybe a milk can that they're carrying. I don't know though. Regardless, it's cool, and it's definitely going to go home with Clayton. All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed today's adventure. We had a blast recovering all of those antique bottles and relics. It's always fun to save a little bit of history. We didn't find just the rarest bottles, but we had a great time doing it, and that's all part of it, is being out in the nature and enjoying it with friends and saving just a little bit of history at a time. If you are new to the channel and you're not subscribed, please do so. And if you haven't watched this video right here, click right up there and watch it for me. And we'll see you guys in the next adventure.